But I'm wondering, do you think James Toney is going to make a fool of himself in the octagon, or what are your thoughts on Toney becoming a mixed martial artist?
I think James Toney's going to get his ass kicked.
And so if I were to ask you then, Randy Couture going to fight James Toney in a boxing ring.
I know Randy, and I met Randy a couple of times in L.A. He's a good friend of Oscar De La Hoya. He came out and watched me work out at the Wild Card Gym where Freddie Roach's trained. And you know, but listen, James Toney is out his lead. James Toney is James Toney in boxing. I mean, you got to bow down to that. That's the man when it comes to that. Whether it's old James Toney or no James Toney, his record speaks for himself. He done well. He done more than well in boxing. But when you step out into a situation where, especially against a legend too in his own sport, I believe, and I go on record, that the best MMA guy or UFC guy go up against the best boxer in the world in their arena.
Mm-hmm.
And their arena gets their ass kicked. I don't care who it is, whether it's Floyd, Pacquiao, Bernard Hopkins, they get their ass kicked. It's not what we do.
Right. And so, and then conversely the same thing. If Anderson Silva, UFC middleweight champion, and there had been speculation, the guy you just defeated, Roy Jones, if he was to meet Roy Jones in a boxing match, he would get killed, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, this is a different arena. I'm not saying he won't have his moments, but listen, when that instinct come in, when one guy is used to taking a guy down or using his forearm, his shin, or whatever. Hey, man, you take that away. That's like taking a lion's teeth out of his mouth. He's no longer a lion. You take a dog's canine teeth out. He's no longer himself. And that's why you have those attributes, because it defines you and it separates you from being the opposite of creatures, or man or woman.